So right now, right, just before we move forward, cause it's a lot of it's like I don't even want to say like 50-50 on the Super Bowl performance. Like how is your eye looking at this situation after what you just said right now, right? Like through your lens, and you see him at the Super Bowl.
That shit means
Like,
the world to me, bro. That shit means I don't give a fuck what nobody says, bro. Do you know the messages that are coming through there? I don't care what you feel musically, bro.
It flew over everyone's head.
I don't
Yo, bro,
understand
you know what's
like
crazy?
what people don't get. Like,
Yo, Joe, I don't want to cut
no,
you
you
off.
good, you good.
Forgive me.
No,
I've
please,
been better at
keep going,
not cutting
keep
people
going,
off.
keep going.
We were at a party. I couldn't get the full gist of it because everything was going on around us. I couldn't sit there and see the magnitude of what he did. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I was like,
No, all of us.
no, look.
All of us.
Look.
The energy was
listen,
supposed to be a Super
let
Bowl
me tell you,
performance.
No. That's not even that. I'm just saying me. I'm just looking at it and I'm like, man, he did better with Dre and them performers when they had the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? When it was 50, Mary J. Blige, Snoop. To me, he killed it with Be All Right. He killed it. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, I put on my Instagram, I was like, yo, this shit was dirt, right? I go to work the next day. Like I said, I'm in a room full of people. We couldn't even hear that shit, really.
Nah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, to me, I'm just looking at it like...
For what it was.
Yeah, for what it was.
Yeah.
Bro, when I played that shit back at work, Nancy fired on me.
Yeah.
What? You know what that was? Yeah. I was like, yo, sis, I'm going to have to ask you to relax. I just watched it right now. I took the fucking shit down off my IG. Super duper fire on so many levels. Like you said, the shit went over people's heads. You understand what I'm saying? Because he dropped so much shit on that shit. Yo, the fact that he finished it with TV off, right? He's telling America straight up like, yo, listen, B, guess what? Y'all thought y'all was going to get this type of shit? Y'all going to get this whole shit the way it's supposed to be. And violated the whole shit, putting Samuel Jackson and... Yo, bro, K-Dot been fire. You know what I'm saying? And I salute you for doing what you did and the play that you put in to make that happen.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, man. I just like there's this thing like, you know, like, and it's hard for me to be an A&R because I don't want to just hear your music. I want to feel your brand. There's a difference when you hear music and you feel music. We hear music all day long. When you feel music, that shit puts you in a place where you heard it the first time. And that's the type of shit that I only want to make. Right now, I just had my youth program right now, and I told them I've been a little bit depressed because I've been pulling my hair the ones I have left, trying to figure out where to start with you guys. Bro, my kids are so talented. I'll put them up on anybody. I don't give a fuck who you are right now. You got a platinum record? One of my kids' records will stump your shit. My kids the only thing they don't have is numbers. Everything else will fuck you up. Anybody.
That's a fact.
Anybody. Dren to tell you, I have an 11-year-old shooting beats out.
I already know.
He's 11, bro. Shouts to Noah Knockout.
I put him on my page. I know.
Appreciate that, bro.
Listen, because we going further. I don't want to go
Yeah,
there
let's go
so
back.
fast. I don't want to go there so fast.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because we definitely need to get into that. You know what I'm saying, brother? But after the Kendrick situation, then what was first, before we go to that, all these tours that you've done, give me a memorable moment. Because you talking about the Shady tour, right? We talking about, that's when 50 first got hot.
This is Massacre 50.
This is what I'm saying.
This is 50 dissing everybody,
But
my
listen,
boy.
this is what I'm saying. It's at the height of Fat Joe, Ja Rule, Locks. You understand? 50 going at everybody.
I'm going to tell you what was the best thing about that. what I learned the most about that tour. 50 Cent's work ethic is nothing to fuck with. When I tell you, because we were the street team, we would have to be there before everybody. Remember, doors open around 5, 6. Venue has to be shut down by 10, 11, whatever the curfew is. But when we got there at around 10, 11 in the morning, 50 was an hour in working out with all his fucking security. I'm talking all out working out at the stadium, not at his hotel. He was already at the stadium, overseeing the sound, making sure he did his sound check, and then the whole G unit comes, and they all had to be there by noon. If you didn't make it by noon, you were clipped for that night. You were clipped. I seen people be sent home. That dude's work ethic is nothing to fuck with. And don't wonder why. Yeah, he does this, that, and the third, and, you know, he's very entertaining. But that got nothing to do with the fact. That guy really wakes up with the sun, before the sun, really eats right, doesn't fuck around, no drinking, no smoking, no nothing, bro. That's what I took away from that tour. He's successful because of his work ethic. He was already on top of the world. And he was still getting to the stadium 10 a.m.
Grinding like he was broke.
All his workout shit laid out for him to go. And that work ethic, that's when I was like, don't play with this shit at all. Because he's on top of the world and he's not playing with it. And here we are 20 years later.
He already at the time had a diamond album at the time and still was acting crazy.
And learning from, as powerful as he is, that respect that he has for M and Dre is so fucking, it's unmatched, bro.
Gotta be loyal to the people that put you on, bro.
But that's not the case these days.
Oh yeah, you know that's a dying breed right there.
Practice.
Yeah. Are you crazy? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
It's a dying practice. You know what's funny? You see that? What's the last thing I sent my kids today before we left?
Hope everyone got home safe. Have a good night. If every nigga in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged, nobody will fall because everyone will be each other's crutches.
That's Hov right there.
I send this to my kids every 2 weeks. Bro, we got this thing right now, bro. I'm so proud of my babies, bro, and I'm going to skip a little bit. One of them got hired to a place, and he's hired 2 more. Like, I played him the skit off of Mo Money, Mo Murder with AZ and Nas in the beginning, and I don't mean it like this, but I mean it like this. In the beginning, it has that movie skit. We could be bigger than the Jews. We could be bigger than the Irish. You can be the next John D. Rockefeller. And I don't play with them when I tell them that shit, because I'm here to equip them the whole way through for anything they need so they could become whoever the fuck they want to become. Because we got everybody from a diamond down to the mud. So there's no questions that should be asked. It's just answers and solutions. What do you want to do? Let's do it.
So let me ask you this, bro. Fuck it, we go around, we go back, forth. It don't even matter at this point because this shit is what it is. So this is how I found out about your program. Obviously, you invited my brother out to come through.
I'm super grateful for that,
and
bro.
to talk to
you
your
have
kids.
no idea, bro. Like,
so this is my question: how did your relationship come to the point where that transpired?
I know him from a distance all my life as a kid. See, we're a generation different in the neighborhood, and like, again, I was raised not to overstep my boundaries. So I knew everything he had going on. I knew the people around him. So it was like a strong "what's up, how you doing?" Because I wanted to be in the business. He was in the business. So you walk by his studio every day. You had no choice but to soak in that energy. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I always had was respect. And I could give you 20 from then to right now, excuse my language, that would say, why you fuck with him? And you know what that means? I have to fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
I have to fuck with him. Because there's something you're telling me that I got to go discover on my own. Don't tell me he's this, that, and the third. Because guess what? I'm going to go and find out. I'm a human.
It's two sides to every story.
When you tell me don't do something or you can't, I'm on my way already. I'm dressed. And I'm going to go find out. And sometimes that's nasty. But you got to take these calculated risks sometimes. And I've always told him love and respect. And then remember, when he wasn't home, I had guys that I didn't know Mayhem knew him. Mayhem's from Queens. Why does he know him? And why does he talk so highly about somebody from my neighborhood? And all I could say is like, then you know my bloodline. If you know him, you know what my vessels are like. You know what my veins pump. I'm going to chip off that. And then when he came home, we was around some people one time where I had to tell him, shut up. Let me give him your resume. Let me tell them how you got down so they don't think that you're just twirling right now. And that's how this happened. And then me knowing his story and me watching him conquer is like, I need my kids to see this. I need y'all to see this. This is all that shit y'all talk about. He did that ×2. Spun that shit for y'all, went and sat up, and now look where he's at. So I'm trying to help y'all skip that moment. And I'm going to make sure he's right next to me while we show you how to skip that moment. Because I got kids that they tell me, it's what I do, bro. I tow guns, bro. It's what I do. I can't tell you to stop doing something that you was doing before me. But my job is to show you other doors that don't want that in that room that they want you in. Now, I got one of my kids who was in such a dark place one time. He took his mom to church. The next day, he gave that same day, he gave her his hammer. And he said, if it ain't me, it's going to be somebody else. You know, I got kids that I deal with SWAT teams that go to their house. You know, everybody thinks, cool youth program. I'm dealing with parents. I'm dealing with probation officers, making sure people complete community work. I'm dealing with kids that don't know if they like men or women. This shit gets real. And it sounds fun and all that, but I wouldn't give it up for nothing in the world. Because every Thursday, that's my therapy session. When I'm around them, that's my therapy. I need them.
What brought you to that place?
I watched a kid that is an incredible music executive right now get shot in the face over stupid street shit. And I watch kids get burnt. And I'm going to say it on here because it's very important. The Lower East Side, we down $500 million in success because we don't know how to come together. And it's more than the Lower East Side problem. It's a New York problem. You know how destroyed I am watching this Dipset shit go down?
I was there. You ain't got to tell
Those
me.
are my superheroes growing up.
Believe me, I was there.
Feel me? This shit destroys. You know, downtown, nobody really knows our stories, but we got this corny ass up the hill, down the hill shit. And we down $500 million. Because if I could have helped us and if they could have helped and we can all come together and help tell the story, we're the illest fucking neighborhood on planet Earth.
Facts.
No disrespect to no neighborhood, but I got to be real with y'all. I never hung out in y'all neighborhood, but y'all have hung out in mine. Point blank, period. You want to get fly, you want to get fresh, I don't go to your neighborhood. You come to mine. And a lot of people don't see it like this, but he'll tell you growing up, everything from Soho over is the Lower East Side because that's where we spent our shopping money. So we would see each other's in the crossroads. Mulberry Street, Little Italy, that's where the real wars went down. Because that's the only place Lower East Side people will see each other's at the San Gennaro feast. So wars went down.
Facts.
So that's the Lower East Side still. So remember, you got to come to my neighborhood for that sauce. Everybody, whole world. And I'm raised and born here. And nobody could come up out of here and act racist. because we had the United Nations in each one of our classrooms. Sometimes some of us went to all Chinese schools because we was living by Chinatown. And that's a culture that we all learned. We still have friends from. Best neighborhood on fucking earth. Any kind of food, any kind of world you want to jump into. If that's the case, we still downtown. We got the financial district and Wall Street. We moved the world. Most important neighborhood on earth. Give a fuck where you from. With love and respect.
Very well said, brother. Sheesh. The way you broke that shit down.
It's the truth. I'm not here to, lie.
You
I'm here to
speaking
talk
facts,
about
man.
truth.
You passionate about what you speaking facts. There's nothing that you said was frivolous. And, you know what I mean? It might be a hard pill for people to swallow, but that's why we wave the flag the way we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, this is the war zone, but like you said, on the other side of the fence in prison, Elias bang heavy. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's one thing that's diabolical about us. In the lower,
want to kill each other.
Outside, everyone's food when we come together. It's like, and then we're so 10. It don't start at 1 with us. We start at 10.
I think that's a New York culture itself, though, bro. We just hate each other for no reason. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what borough you come from, bro.
I'm tired of it.
But
bro.
I wanna harp on something that you said. Like you said, we a half a billy down.
We're half a billy down.
That's a fact.
Easy.
It's probably more, but that's a great number to start at, because I always say, I'm a strong advocate. Obviously, we both are from the Lower East Side, and we still, to this day, have never had our star.
One of the most powerful music execs comes from here. Renee McClain. That's a fucking star.
He's a beast.
Shouts to Renee.
Of course,
Love
he's a
you,
beast.
big
I
dog.
just saw him not too long ago. Him and Khaled got this shit going on.
He's
a legend.
An incredible example of whom we are. And it's that easy that if a talent from the Lower East Side took it serious, he's right there waiting for us.
And he's the first one that put the Mix Show Power Summit together. He brought all the DJs from around the world together. He did the resorts. He did all of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Pepsi. I don't want to run down his resume
his
because
resume's
I want
crazy.
people to look him up.
Word.
This is a Lower East Side god. Shouts to Leaf, his daughter. I helped work with her in music, but that's just like family at this point.
His brother.
Sharif, brother, family, another one. Like, these are Lower East Side legends. Like, True Life Story is what it is, but True Life, Executive True right now, the guy that's working behind the scenes, is so fucking powerful. It's so beautiful to watch him go. Like, we're down a half a billy. And I want you young guys, all this circling and link up with me, call me, hit me on my Instagram. Let me get you in the studio. Let me help you figure this out. There's no beef, guys. Y'all are beefing for nothing. Y'all are all broke. Let me help you get rich. Let's get rich together. Downtown, I am here. I am downtown Dro, whatever. Change the fucking narrative. We are down a $500 million.
And that's real. Like, I bring up, when you said that, like, you triggered mad things in my brain. Like you said, like when it comes to us, our story, we forget a lot of shit until we speak to somebody else and they bring the things that we did out of us. Like, damn, well, word, I forgot about that. Because, life be lifing.
Yeah.
And life goes on. And I'm not going to mention names, none of that, but since we talking about the topic, there was a $2 million budget at one time for a group on the Lower East Side. 2 M's. And I'm not talking about, we in 2025. I'm talking about 08, 07. Yo, Dren, you the crazy glue to the puzzle. If these dudes could put aside their differences, all of them, and we could just do one album, not a 4 or 5, we could do one album. Everybody could shut the ego switch off. Low East Side, it would have been the next Wu-Tang out of the Low East Side, you heard? 2 M's. Guess what? Never happened. They couldn't turn the ego switch off. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta keep it real.
And it's sad, bro. And it happens in every
That
neighborhood.
good old ego.
Yeah, but
but
ours is the only one.
Ours is the only one that don't have that
We don't
that claim to
have
fame.
a person.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have that. Harlem has it. Brooklyn has it. Queens has a couple of them. Brooklyn has a couple of them. You know what I'm
Shit,
saying?
Staten Island
Staten
got their
Island
flag.
does. You know what I'm saying? But that one person to cement the lower, like, we don't have it.
True could have been that one.
Yeah, he could have. But again, you know, situations happen.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, people got locked up. You know,
That crew that you speak of.
Well, I do want to. I want to definitely give a shout out on the fashion side. Raul Lopez, killing it. Lower
Okay.
East Side, bodying it, like real murder.
yeah.
Like
But musically, it's just
no, musically that's not
Why-
where we at.
why-
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned that, why'd you stop doing fashion?
Life. I still get my hands dirty here and there, figuring it out.
That coat is
I love making clothes, bro.
easy.
When I tell you, like, you know, making a song is fire. Helping make records it's like so dope watching nothing happen from, you know what I'm saying? Something happen from nothing. But like creating a garment is like art, bro. Like an art that you don't have to explain to nobody, B. It is what it is, man.
yeah. There's no limitations on art, bro. There's just no. You could do whatever, flip it, freak it, however you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
like when you get a final garment and the shit, because here's the thing, it's like a record when you're making a clothing, a sample or clothing. Like you tweak it,
Yeah.
you mix it and you master it.
Yeah.
When it's mastered, and that bitch falls on you exactly to the T, you like shit. I did this. That shit is like such a high, bro. And it's something that I want to continue. Recently, I've been continuing it with one of the kids in my program. He didn't know what he wanted to do, but he would come to the program, fly all the time. I was like, this is what we doing. And he's Mexican, so we're using a lot of the Mexican influences and the different, you know, candles and spirituality stuff that the Mexicans keep in
Aztecs
their
and
house.
all that.
Right, and we're putting that on his clothing. And it's
That's
called
fire.
Fresh Victory, shouts to Vic.
Fire.
Fresh Victory stands for new wins, and we're done with old losses.
So moving forward, what's next for you, my brother?
My goal is a building. I'm working on creating a safe house, a creative safe house for our youth and even our adults to come in and, like, you know, school's not for everybody, and it's about the environment. But if I could get you back in school with a little bit of coaching from us, I'm gonna do so. And like this creative house, my goal is to create a merchandise house where we can build merch for artists, create a studio space, create a podcasting space, and just a safe space, but also daytime stuff, GED classes, TLC classes. Driver's ed is out the window, making sure people getting their physicals, making sure that, you know, I have a bond with major corporations that come in and make sure that they see what their community dollars are doing, because my job is to serve. So our whole Growth and Goals mission is to serve and help build life for people, man. Just stop being cheap with yourself. You could be super dope and be expensive about your lifestyle. I want to help you get there. So
Well,
my goal is to have a building and then expand it to every major city where there's kids like us.
I'm glad you pulled up because you're definitely in the right building to expand your vision and your horizons, because that situation is already happening as we speak. That's why, you know, you and the brother going to speak after this, and
Nothing happened. Nothing in this building
listen,
happens with
I've been trying to get
coincidence,
y'all
bro.
together for a very long time.
Yeah, this shit crazy.
But because of the politics and the little, you know, situations that are stopping it, you can't stop something like this.
No, I can't.
You can't.
You can't. You
Like
gotta
both of y'all are doing something super, super amazing. You know, he got the
In
guns
the
down,
same lane,
life up.
too. Same lane.
You know what I'm saying? Like this whole platform is for the kids. Like we taking the space now, like it's their space. But yeah, we gonna definitely have a part 2 because we have 5 minutes left, and your story can't be told in an hour.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Like-
you know, we have continuations. We got so much life.
Yeah,
around,
like
so
you know,
beautiful.
it's real, and your story needs to be told, brother, because there's not too many people like you that take the time out of your life and knowledge and expertise and relationships and the things that you do with these kids. Like you said, you put them against anybody's sign right now, brother. Like, I'm there. I see it. So, if there were more people like me that could see that, which this platform we're bringing it closer to the masses, they'll give you a building.
That's and you know what? I've never been the one, and I appreciate you with that energy because I've never been the one to ask for money. It always felt weird, but with this mission, it has allowed me to be more realistic, man. I can't make this happen for free,
and you don't have to do that.
I need money to make this happen,
Yeah.
so I'm reaching out to everybody in the world. I appreciate y'all platform. While I'm saying this, first and foremost, growthandgoalsmindset.com. If you guys have any donations y'all want to send it to us. I do not waste money on fly shit. I get computers, I pay for mentors, trips, hanging out, and just real life. Any funds that you give me, I'm going to make sure that I'm gassing up the tank of some people that need change in their lives. I'm helping families out. You can speak to any parent in my program. They'll tell you I have top-notch relationships with them.
Everybody.
Forget the kids.
I've been there when you FaceTime these A-listers and these managers. Like that's big, bro. Like, you do it on FaceTime and little kid that's doing production or somebody that's doing a rap of, that's motivation, bro, because you can't, not everybody has that type of act. Like you said, you have
shouts to
the
those
access.
people who do come through. I mean, Radel Ortiz, Paul Rosenberg, Dart Parker, which is a Grammy-winning A&R with Killer Mike. Alvon, Burn It Down Group, pretty much does all the most amazing marketing for Shady and others, who brought me Fabio. Lynn Gonzalez, who represents some amazing artists as an attorney. Solomon Sounds and Ryan, XXX Tentacion manager. Ryan Rudin puts music in all the major video games. Man, I love all my mentors. Slim Dollars, appreciate you. Rodney, Rated R. Soy, thank you so much for coming through and giving that female point of view. Mama BK, Marsh, John Real Estate, all the boys, man. Mello, Bando, Knockout, Dale, Ethan, Tristan. Man, I love all of y'all. If I miss y'all, you know I don't really miss y'all. Y'all the family, and I love y'all. Jalen, I love all of y'all. Really, really from the heart. So, guys, if y'all want to donate, the growthandgoalsmindset.com. We do not play. We change lives around here. Real shit.
Let them know your social, your personal Instagram.
I am at Downtown Dro, and you can look us up also at the growthandgoals_mindset. But shouts to you guys, man. I don't know if anybody has told y'all, but what y'all are creating is beautiful. And each week I'm watching progress. And that's the most important thing. And you guys come from where people want to shit on y'all. Because you guys, whatever, you guys went to jail, came home, fuck that. I don't even want to hear y'all say that no more. You guys have surpassed that.
Yeah, he knows I don't like that.
I don't want to tell that story no more.
My brother about to be 9 years on Sunday.
That's what I'm saying.
Word.
And I'm telling y'all both, I don't want to hear that shit no more. You guys are this. You guys are really fucking up the culture right now in a special way. And I commend y'all. And I'm appreciative that it's coming from real people, because we know a lot of these people who know how to fluff up a room. Ain't no fluff in here. I appreciate what y'all doing. Real shit.
You,
I'm a fan.
Real shit. Appreciate you, man, because honest to God, man, I don't understand, this story should have been out. See what I'm saying, my brother?
It's timing,
Real
bro.
talk.
We ain't
Yeah,
got
God-
I say all the
God do
time,
what
it's
he
all
do.
timing. It's all
Just
timing.
like, before we leave, every time we in here, none of this shit is coincidental. Shit be happening in this motherfucking room, bro. Like boardroom type shit that people don't even understand. That whole situation with you and bro right now, I can't wait to be a part of it. Because all you got to do, you already got bro. I'm just letting you know right now. Whenever he hit me, wherever you need me with the youngins, I'm with it. You understand what I'm saying? Because somebody did that for me, and that's why I'm still here. Regardless of whatever we had in our past and whatever doors and locked doors we was in, we still here, brother. You understand what I'm saying? And I salute you for that, man.
Thank
Real
you, brother.
shit, man.
Appreciate that, man.
Word, brother.
Shout out to my brother Rico Beats. actually gonna start working on a podcast with him.
Okay.
Nice.
We're about to do a welcome to the party.
Nice.
He's the gentleman who managed Pop Smoke, and we started that story together.
Fire.
So we about to continue that story. Word. Shouts to
Peace.
my brother. Vive Voyou.
Big Dro, welcome to the Dulce Lounge, brother.
Thank y'all for
Boom,
having me.
invite only.
Yes, sir.
Fire.
All right, real quick.